Some absences don't just hurt. They quietly change everything inside you. God is closer than you think right now, even in the middle of this loss. There are losses that don't make noise on the outside, but inside, they echo in everything. It's in the empty space at the table, in the silence where a voice used to be, in the moments when you almost reach out. And remember, losing someone, or something that meant everything to you, doesn't just take a part of your life, it takes a part of who you were. And suddenly, the world keeps moving, but something inside you stays still. There are days when you don't even know how to explain the pain. You just feel it, quietly, constantly. But even here, in this place that feels broken, there is a truth that gently holds you together. God is near to the brokenhearted, not far, not distant, not waiting for you to be okay first. He is here, in the ache you try to hide, in the tears that fall when no one sees, in the weight you carry when the day feels too long. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Not rushed, not ignored, but comforted. In time, in presence, in love. And even when it feels like the pain will never leave, there is a promise still standing. A day will come when every tear will be wiped away. A day when loss will no longer exist. A day when pain will no longer define your story. For now, you are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to miss. You are allowed to feel this deeply. But you are not alone in it. Not for a second, because even in loss, you are still being held. Take a deep breath. God is here. Before we pray, allow these words to calmly enter your soul, because what you are about to hear is not just a reflection. With this purpose in mind, let us pray. God, here I am, carrying a weight I don't fully know how to explain, a silence that feels louder than words, a space inside me that no one else seems to notice but that changes everything in the way I live, in the way I breathe, in the way I wake up each morning and try to keep going, because something is missing, something important, someone important, and even though life continues around me, there's a part of me that feels like it stopped right there in that moment of loss. And today, I don't come with perfect words or strong faith or certainty. I come just as I am, tired, fragile, trying to understand how to live with this absence that still hurts. And if you can hear me in the middle of this quiet pain, just stay close, because more than answers, I need presence, more than explanations. I need to feel that I am not alone in this place where my heart feels so heavy. God, there are moments when the memories come without warning, when a simple sound, a place, or even a smell brings everything back. And for a second, it feels like nothing has changed, like they are still here, like that part of my life is still whole. But then reality gently, and sometimes painfully, returns. And I feel the absence all over again. And it's in those moments that my heart feels the most fragile, because I realize how much was lost, how much meant everything to me, and how deeply it shaped who I am. And I don't always know what to do with that. I don't always know where to place this love that still exists, but no longer has the same place to go. So today I ask you, hold these memories with me, sit with me in these moments, and help me not to run from them, but to carry them with a kind of peace that only you can give, God. There are days when the pain is quiet, almost hidden beneath routines and small distractions, but there are other days when it rises without warning, heavy and undeniable, and I feel like I'm right back at the beginning of it all, as if time hasn't moved at all. And in those moments I wonder if healing is really happening, or if I'm just learning how to carry the weight differently, and that thought alone can feel exhausting. Because I don't want to just survive this loss. I want to understand how to live again, without feeling like something essential is always missing. So in this place of confusion and quiet questions, I ask you to meet me gently, without pressure, without expectations, just with your presence that steadies what feels unsteady inside me, reminding me that even slow healing is still healing, and even fragile steps are still movement forward. If this prayer is speaking to your heart, take a moment to breathe and stay here. You don't have to rush through this. God, sometimes the hardest part is not the moment I lost them, but everything that came after. The ordinary days that no longer feel the same. The small things that used to bring comfort, but now carry a quiet ache. The conversations that will never happen again. The laughter that exists only in memory. And I find myself missing not just who they were, but who I was when they were still here. And that kind of loss is difficult to explain because it reaches into every part of life, reshaping it in ways I never asked for. So today, I bring you this emptiness, not trying to fix it or hide it, but simply placing it in your hands, trusting that even what feels broken and incomplete can still be held, can still be seen, and somehow, in a way I don't fully understand yet, can still be gently restored from the inside out. God. There are moments when the weight of this loss makes me feel distant from everything, even from myself, like I'm just moving through the days without really being present, like part of me is still stuck in what was, and struggling to accept what is. And in those moments I don't always recognize who I've become, because grief has a way of reshaping the heart in silence. And sometimes I feel lost inside my own life, unsure of how to move forward without leaving something important behind. So today I ask you to gently guide me back to myself, not the version of me that existed before the loss, but the one who is being formed now, even through pain, even through absence. Help me understand that I am still becoming, still growing, still held in your hands, even when I feel uncertain about every step I take. If this prayer feels like it's speaking directly to you, stay with it for a moment. You're not the only one feeling this way. God, there are times when I try to be strong for everyone else, when I hold my emotions in, when I say I'm okay just to avoid explaining what I don't even fully understand myself. And little by little, I carry more than I should. I hide more than I express. And I feel the weight building quietly inside me, because grief doesn't disappear just because I stay silent. It only waits for a moment to be felt. And today, I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to carry this alone as if I have to prove something. So I lay down this need to be strong all the time. I give you the tears I held back, the words I never said, the pain I tried to manage on my own, and I ask you to hold me in a way that allows me to be real, to feel without fear, and to understand that I don't have to go through this pretending I'm okay when I'm not. God. There are moments when the longing becomes almost unbearable, when I wish I could go back just once, hear their voice again, relive a simple moment that I didn't know would become so precious. And that kind of longing stretches the heart in ways I never imagined. Because it's not just about what was lost, it's about everything that will never happen again. And that realization can feel overwhelming, like standing in front of something too big to carry. So in this deep longing, I ask you to meet me with gentleness, to hold the love that still lives inside me, because even though they are no longer here, the love did not disappear. It remains, it breathes, it remembers. And I trust that somehow, in ways I cannot fully see, that love is still safe in you, still alive, still part of something eternal. God, there are quiet nights when everything slows down and the world fades into silence, and that's when the absence feels the deepest, when there are no distractions left, no noise to soften the reality of what I've lost, and I sit with thoughts that circle back to memories, to moments, to words I wish I had said differently. And sometimes regret tries to settle in my heart, whispering things I can't change anymore, and it weighs on me in ways that are hard to release. So tonight, in this stillness, I bring all of that to you, every what if, every if only, every unfinished thought. And I ask you to gently take what I cannot carry anymore, to remind me that I am human, that I did what I could with what I knew at the time, and that grace can reach even the places where regret tries to live. If this moment is touching something deep inside you, you can quietly whisper, "I'm here," and stay in this prayer. God, there are days when I feel guilty for smiling, for laughing, for having a moment of peace, as if moving forward somehow means I'm leaving them behind, as if healing is a kind of forgetting. And that thought holds me back in ways I don't always notice, because part of me is afraid to let go of the pain. Afraid that if the pain softens, the connection will fade too. But deep down, I know that love is not held together by suffering. Love remains even when the ache changes. So today I ask you to free my heart from this quiet guilt, to help me understand that it's okay to breathe again. It's okay to feel light in small moments. It's okay to keep living, not as a way of forgetting, but as a way of honoring what was real, what was meaningful, what will always be part of me in ways that loss can never erase God. Sometimes I don't even recognize the version of myself that grief has shaped. The way I see the world feels different now. The way I connect with people has changed, and even the things that once mattered don't carry the same weight anymore. And while part of me tries to hold on to who I used to be, another part knows that something inside me has shifted forever. And that realization can feel both heavy and unfamiliar, like I'm learning to live in a life I didn't choose. So in this space of change, I ask you to guide me gently, to help me not resist what I cannot undo, but also not lose myself completely in the process. Show me how to rebuild from here, not by erasing the past, but by allowing it to become part of a deeper, more grounded version of who I am becoming God. There are moments when I feel surrounded by people and still completely alone, because grief is a path that no one else can fully walk for me, even when they care, even when they try to understand. There are parts of this pain that remain deeply personal and hidden, and sometimes that loneliness becomes one of the heaviest parts to carry, not because I'm abandoned, but because what I lost was so unique, so irreplaceable, that no one else can truly fill that space. So today I ask you to meet me in that quiet loneliness, to sit beside me in the spaces where no one else can reach, to remind me that even when human words fall short and human presence cannot fully comfort, your presence does not fail, does not grow distant, does not grow tired. And in the middle of a world that continues moving, help me feel that I am not invisible in my pain, that you still see every silent tear, every forced smile, every moment I pretend to be stronger than I feel God. There are moments when I wonder what to do with all this love that still lives inside me, because it didn't disappear when the loss happened. It stayed. It remained. It still reaches for someone or something that is no longer here in the same way. And sometimes that love turns into ache, into longing, into quiet tears that come without warning. And I don't always know how to hold it without feeling overwhelmed. So today I place this love in your hands, not as something broken, but as something still alive, still meaningful, still part of who I am. And I ask you to teach me how to carry it differently, how to let it exist without only bringing pain, how to let it become something that gently honors what was, instead of only reminding me of what is gone. And if possible, transform this love into something that still brings light into my life, even in small, quiet ways. God, there are days when I feel tired in a way that sleep cannot fix. A deep emotional exhaustion that comes from carrying this weight for so long, from trying to keep going while something inside me is still healing. And I don't always have the energy to explain it, to process it, or even to face it fully. So I end up just existing through the day, doing what I can, holding on where I'm able, and hoping that somehow it will get lighter. And in this quiet fatigue, I ask you to be my rest, not just for my body, but for my heart and my mind. Bring a gentle pause into the chaos inside me, a moment where I don't have to carry everything at once, a space where I can breathe without pressure, without expectation, just being held in your presence, even if only for a little while. God, there are moments when I start to see small pieces of light again, brief and quiet, almost unnoticeable, but they are there, in a simple breath, in a calm thought, in a moment where the pain doesn't feel as heavy as before. And part of me doesn't know how to receive that, because I've grown so used to the weight, so used to the ache being constant, that even a little relief can feel unfamiliar, and maybe even undeserved. But today I ask you to help me not resist these small moments of peace. Help me welcome them without fear, without guilt, understanding that they are not a betrayal of what I lost, but a sign that you are still working gently within me, restoring what feels broken in ways I cannot always see, and teaching my heart, slowly and patiently, how to feel alive again, God. As I stand in this place between what was and what is becoming, I realize that healing is not a straight path. It moves in waves, in quiet returns, in unexpected pauses, and sometimes I feel like I'm moving forward and backward at the same time, and that can be confusing, even discouraging. But today I ask you to remind me that this journey does not have to be perfect to be real, that every small step matters, every breath I take in the middle of the pain matters, every moment I choose to keep going matters, and even when I cannot see the full picture, you are still guiding me through it, shaping something new out of what feels broken. So help me trust the process, not with pressure, but with a quiet willingness to continue, knowing that I don't have to have it all figured out to keep walking, God. As I look at everything I've been carrying, I realize that even in the middle of this pain, I am still here, still breathing, still taking steps, even if they are slow and uncertain. And maybe that in itself is something I haven't fully recognized yet, because grief often hides the strength that quietly exists beneath it. So today I ask you to help me see what I've made it through, not to dismiss the pain, but to acknowledge the resilience that has been growing inside me without me even noticing. Remind me that I am not as fragile as I sometimes feel, that there is something in me that continues, that endures, that holds on even when everything feels heavy. And let that awareness bring a small, steady sense of courage, not loud or overwhelming, but enough to take the next step, enough to face another day, enough to keep moving forward with you beside me, God. As this prayer comes to a close, I don't ask for the pain to disappear all at once. I don't ask to forget. I don't ask to erase what was so meaningful. Instead, I ask for something deeper, something quieter, something that can stay with me beyond this moment. I ask for your presence to remain steady in my life, especially in the spaces where the absence still hurts. I ask that you continue to gently restore what feels broken inside me, in your time, in your way, without pressure, without force, just with love that sustains and carries me. And as I move forward from here, help me hold both the memory and the healing together, without feeling like I have to choose between them. And when the days feel heavy again, remind me of this moment. Remind me that I am not alone, that I am still held, that even in loss there is still a path, still a future, still a quiet hope being formed within me. May your heart find gentle rest in the middle of what still hurts. May peace slowly reach the places words cannot, and may you feel, even in silence, that you are never alone. Take the step, and God will provide the ground.